Today we're going to be talking about camera movement. Steven Spielberg, one of the all-time greatest directors, hands down, no questions asked, no debate whatsoever. He's a director that made me want to make films, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing now. He didn't do a YouTube video. This is a start to work my way to that. Now, what Steven Spielberg has mastered, and he has down to a science, is the dolly shot, which we're going to talk about today. We do a lot of technical stuff. This is going to be a mix of technical, but also storytelling. So it's great to know the technical stuff, but if you're not doing a story, it makes no difference. So that's why we think it's crucial to talk about that now. To get started, we're gonna first show and talk about an example from Jurassic Park, the movie that made me want to make films. What you'll notice with the Steven Spielberg film is whenever you see one of the main characters have a moment of realization, you'll have a slow dolly push in. Now, Spielberg, in this case, we're gonna show a clip from Jurassic Park where the main character, Alan Grant, sees a dinosaur for the first time. It would have been so easy to see the character and then cut right to the dinosaur, but instead, Spielberg wants us as an audience to feel and see exactly how this character is feeling it, because then us as an audience starts to have that exact same moment of realization as well, instead of just cutting straight to the dinosaur. So in this clip, I'm gonna go ahead and show it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and play right now as well. So it's a dolly shot pushing in or pushing to Alan Grant. This dolly shot lasts for 12 seconds until we have any cut. And then we don't cut still to what Alan Grant even sees. We're still on him, it's an upper angle looking down, so no more dolly shot yet, but it was the dolly shot that triggers everything. We're still looking at Alan Grant. We're now 17 seconds into it. Then we cut to the other people going on. We don't even cut to what they're seeing until, wait for it, music kicks in, gets all emotional and dramatic. Wait for it. At 34 seconds from the first dolly shot is when we actually cut to what they're even seeing. Spielberg does this throughout all of the movies. If you're watching something like E.T., Saving Private Ryan, you're gonna see this exact same storytelling method used with the dolly shot. It's a slow push into the character as they're having a moment of realization, and you don't cut away from that character until they fully, us as an audience, have that experience where we can experience it with them. So I think it is down to a science with Steven Spielberg. Let me show you another example, because Jurassic Park happened a while ago, 25 years-ish, give or take. The Duffer Brothers, who made Stranger Things, are the creators of Stranger Things, writers, directors, they kind of do it all. They've taken a ton of inspiration from Steven Spielberg.
Who would you say are the directors that mostly inspired you?
I mean, Spielberg, obviously.
So this clip we're going to talk about is the exact same situation. In season 1 of Stranger Things, the characters 11 and the rest of the boys, as they're escaping, we have the dolly shot start to push in. It pushes in not only to the good guys escaping, but also pushing into the bad guys as they're seeing what's happening. When we did our own spoof on it, we tried to do the exact same shot where the dolly is pushing in on R11, played by Christian Busaith, and the little kids. We were trying to mimic the exact same style of storytelling for that reason. Now that we've kind of talked about the theory of these slow push-ins as far as not cutting, kind of letting the moment play out, letting the moment breathe, we're going to show you some examples that we've tried our best to mimic this kind of experience. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the Dana Dolly. So the Dana Dolly isn't something that we use on all of our shoots. It's usually only the narrative stuff where we can actually plan ahead of time, storyboarding it, talking as a team, as a director, kind of figuring out when this is gonna make sense. Now the thing to keep in mind as a filmmaker is the dolly shot looks amazing, but you don't want to overuse it. If you have dolly shot, dolly shot, dolly shot, dolly shot, it kind of eliminates the whole value of a dolly shot. You'll notice even in Jurassic Park, Stranger Things, there's a lot of handheld stuff, a lot of stuff on tripod. Now the first shoot that we started using this more elaborately was on the big explosion laser tag video that we've done fairly recently. So this shot right now that you're gonna see is with Christian, and we have this big epic laser tag battle with real explosions going on. And we have this big moment where the camera's slowly pushing in. We're having a moment with Christian, and we're kind of playing off that Jurassic Park moment where we're trying to see and feel what Christian is feeling as this battle is going on. Now, you'd expect the shot to go and keep on going and then eventually stop, and then we cut to the other shot. But in this case, the dolly shot, as it's slowly pushing in, it's building up, and then it stops, and it stops right when Christian gets a phone call from his mother.
hasta la vista, baby. Gosh, sorry guys. Hey, Mom.
That breaks the dolly shot, breaks the movement as far as what we're seeing, and it takes us out of what we originally wanted you to think as an audience. It's a surprise, it's a moment of surprise. So that was the whole purpose of that shot, was we wanted to build you up as an audience to think one thing and then surprise you with a phone call as something you weren't expecting. So the dolly shot is something that adds so much to filmmaking. It does make a big difference. For me personally, I tried to not use one for a very, very long time, but you just can't get those same smooth shots because I've tried to replicate that with a glide cam. The two issues you run into is pulling focus, because you need to have a lot more contraptions to pull focus as you're doing these dolly shots. And the other big thing, when I personally tried to do it, I can never do it perfectly where I can keep the character in center. With a dolly, I can do that. So that's been the other big difference for us as a team with using the Dana dolly. So if you've made it to the end of this video, first off, high five virtually. Second off, we don't want to just talk about this. We want these videos to make a difference with your storytelling. So the next movie you're making, if it's a home movie, if it's a movie with Christian Bale or Jennifer Aniston, I want you to use a dolly shot. Don't just use it to use it. Now let's just say, oh, Devin, I can't afford a $1,000 dolly or a $500 dolly. We'll make one. There's no excuses. First, start off with what you have. If you have a skateboard, if you have a wheelchair, whatever you can do to find something that has wheels, and look at an opportunity to create the dolly shot, because it's gonna help build you up as such a stronger filmmaker. Once you figure out how to do it with the resources that you have, then I want you to tell a story where it makes sense to use a dolly shot. And I would also suggest and strongly encourage, watch the movies that are being made today. Go to the movie theater, you're gonna see a dolly shot one way or another, especially when the character is having that moment of realization. So look for other movies, your favorite movies, what I would suggest, and how they're using it, and then think and ask yourself, how can I use it as well? So the call of action today, if you've made it this far, I want you to use a dolly shot in one of your videos. And once you have done that, after watching this video, leave it down below in the comments and I will check it out and I will watch it, and I will actually comment on every one of you guys that have done a dolly shot in the first week of this video coming out. So I will see your video. Just make sure there's a dolly shot and make sure it was uploaded after this video so I know that it was actually legit. There you have it. I'm really excited to see the dolly shots that you guys come out with. Any questions you guys have or want to see answer as far as our next upcoming videos with tutorials, leave it down below in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Over and out.